Thank you so much, Rob, and thank you everyone for taking your time today to join. I see some familiar names and some new names, so really appreciate everyone taking the time to hop on and kind of learn a little bit about what we do and what we offer. So we're Hansen Software, and we basically have two products that we offer. One is the Hansen Call Recording, and the second is the Hansen Call Reports. So just as the name says, one includes the recording and the other is just the reporting aspect. But basically, we offer both hosted and premise-based deployments. In the Clearfly portal, we've set up the recurring revenue model, so the hosted model. I just wanted to quickly touch on the fact that if you do have customers who have a legacy premise-based phone system, we do offer call recording that can do trunk side recording on a premise base, or we can also do hosted as well. So we can, assist you with those customers outside of the Clearfly portal as well. So just something to keep in your mind. But basically, we work with all of the different hosted phone systems. And I shouldn't say all of them, but I would say the majority of them, to provide call recording and call reporting integration. So the great thing about these hosted phone systems is when we do the call recording, there's no hardware required. We're simply using the APIs that they have to offload copies of the recordings that the phone system creates and integrate them into our software. And I know the majority of these systems, if not all of them, do include their own built-in reporting and recording capability. So where we are seeing kind of the benefit of adding our product onto that is a lot of these systems are limited in how much retention they will offer the customer as a standard. So I know with, for example, the WildX phone system, it's a rolling 30 days of audio retention, and then you can buy additional storage, but it can be pricey from there on out. Phone systems like Ring Central, it's a 90-day and that type of thing. But there's lots of customers where, depending on the nature of their business, they may need 3, 5, 10 years or indefinite retention of those recordings. And so we're able to offer that with our system. So we can store those recordings as long as a customer would like. And then basically with the call accounting, the call reporting, same idea, we're just pulling the CDR from the phone system. So just to touch on the pricing, to give you a quick snapshot of that, pricing for the call recording is based on storage. So how long does a customer want to retain those recordings for? And you'll see that these different price points are available in the Clearfly portal. And so it can be billed monthly or annually, and it can grow as the customer needs. So if a customer starts with, say, the 100 gigabytes, but they know that they need, say, 3 years of recording retention, once they near that capacity, we'll reach out to you as the vendor and say, okay, your customer ABC is now reaching their 100 gigabytes of capacity. Here's how many months, days, years of recordings we're currently retaining. Do they want to upgrade to the next level, or do they want us to start deleting the oldest as needed? So they're not set at only that level. We can grow that as they need it. So if they know they need long retention, they don't have to start by paying the 1,000 gigabytes, out of the gate. We can start them low and then bump them up as they need. And our pricing for the call recording includes, of course, the call recording. They also get access to the Hansen Call Reports for unlimited extensions, online installation assistance, as well as unlimited support and unlimited training. So we're going to train the customer on the product, and we're going to support them directly on it. So They're not limited to X numbers of phone calls or X hours of support. It's all unlimited with this. And they also get unlimited user licenses within the software. And then if they want to buy the call reporting outside of the call recording just by itself, no recording, they can certainly do that. That is price based on the number of extensions that a customer has. And again, can be billed monthly or annually, whatever their preference is. So that's a quick snapshot of the pricing here. Just give me half a second. Just have to turn something on the software. Sorry about that, bear with me. I forgot I had turned off the recordings from showing in my software here. Okay. So this is basically what the interface to the software looks like. When a customer goes to the software, they will be prompted to enter a username, password, and company number that is unique to them. By default, we create one full administrator user that has access to absolutely everything within the software. But there is different levels of users that they can create where they can define for each individual user what features and functionality of the software they would like someone to have access to. So if they want to give someone the ability to only come in and run reports and access recordings, but not get into any of the admin side of things, that can be achieved through the security. And then for each individual user, they also have the ability to say, okay, I want Alyssa to only be able to run reports and listen to recordings for her own extension. So when she logs into the software, she will then only be able to run reports and listen to calls for her own station. So even though we may be capturing recordings and pulling recordings for everyone, within the security, they can limit who has access to those recordings and what station or stations they can play back recordings for. So that is customizable for each individual user. Another tool that we offer that customers really like is automated reporting. So when it comes to the reports within the software, any and all of those reports can be set up to be automatically emailed on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. So a lot of customers really like this feature because they don't have to go in and remember to run the report every day. It just comes to their email inbox at the designated time, and they don't have to do anything. When we look at the software itself, there are tons of different reports available within the software. And so how the reports are grouped is how it sorts the call information. So they can run reports for the company as a whole, by the different departments, or individual station. We do track things like DNIS numbers, DIDs, PIN codes. As long as the phone system can send it to us in the CDR, we're able to report on that and have a whole different series of reports for each of those things. So I know most of you are probably pretty familiar with call accounting itself. So I'm not going to kind of bore you too much with that and take you through too much of those type of reports. But just a note, the only type of things that we do not report on are going to be ACDQ. So we are not call center reporting. We're not able to tell you how many calls sat on hold or dropped calls from a queue. We're simply, date, time, duration of the call, how many people the call was transferred to, that type of thing. We do see missed calls typically at an extension level from these different hosted phone systems. So we can say, okay, well, yes, this person tried to call, this extension, but it was unanswered, and calls to voicemail and that sort of thing. But there is no ACDQ reporting. And then when it comes to finding the recordings within the software, We pair those to the CDR, so it gives customers extensive searching capability of those audio recordings. And so that can be done by any report in the software that ends in the word detail. So for example, the station detail report. And so when they go to search for their specific recording or generate a report, under this select field are all the different ways that they can search for their recording. So they can narrow it down to a date and a time of day. If they needed to search for a call to or from a specific phone number, they can search phone number, station, city, area code, lots of different options there depending how detailed they want to get. And so once they've added all of their different criteria and they generate their report, they'll see the details, date, time, duration of the call, whether it's an incoming or an outgoing, the phone number, and then they just click on the audio icon on the far right-hand side, and that's going to open up the call player, allowing them to play back that conversation. So when the recording loads here, you simply just hit play, and then they have the flexibility to save or email that as an MP3 file if they want to share it externally or with someone else. There will also be a playback history of any actions associated with the recording. So they can see everyone that's listened to it, emailed, saved, etc. And then we do also offer call grading or tagging of the recordings. So if they want to apply a tag or if they're using it to monitor, quality assurance and training, and they want to grade that recording, they can set up different grades in the software, and then they would just come in here and apply their tag to that call. And then we have reports that they can pull up based on these grades down the road. So it's really easy to search for the recordings, and they can be very detailed in those. And if they needed to email or save multiple recordings, say if it's calls by a particular customer, they can click on this headphone icon that allows them to pull up multiple recordings, and they can select multiple at a time to email or save multiple recordings. So lots of different reports with the software, very easy to get to the recordings and search for the specific recording that they want. Another tool that we offer is this dashboard utility. So this is essentially a live productivity tool. So live in the sense that we don't get the information until the call's been disconnected. But each individual user can customize this dashboard to look however they want. They define what tables and graphs they want included, what extensions they want displayed, what types of calls, etc. But the idea with this is that it grows throughout the day as calls are made and received, and you can visually see at any time where your employees are at. And then you also have quick direct access to those recordings right from within your dashboard. So you can click listen right from there, and it'll pull up the link to the recording. So just a brief overview of the product. If you have any customers that are looking for specific types of reports, don't hesitate to reach out and say, hey, are you able to do this? Or do you have a report that shows this? Because we do have so many different reports that usually most of the times there is a report that we offer that can give them what they're looking for, barring we get the information from the phone system. And then I just wanted to take you quickly to our website just to show you under the Connect on HansenSoftware.com, phone systems supported. We do have a full list here of all the phone systems that we have previously developed integration with. So if there is a phone system that you come across or that you offer that you don't see in this list, don't hesitate to reach out. As long as you know they have a way for us to pull those CDRs or those recordings, we are able to build an interface to it and are always open to integrating with new phone systems. So just, just wanted to take a quick few minutes of your time and do a brief overview. We're here, I'm here. If you have any questions or any opportunities that you need help with, I really encourage you to reach out to us. We do offer end user webinars. So if you're pitching the product to a customer and you want us to take them on a walkthrough of the software, we are definitely more than happy to do that. Someone just asked me to put the URL here in the chat. So I'm going to paste that in there. And if you want to arrange more training for your office, your sales team, we do offer lunch and learn type webinars. We're happy to buy the office lunch and, bring your whole sales team in and take them on a brief run through of the product and what we offer. So I hope that answers any preliminary questions anyone had. And again, just encourage you to reach out if there's anything that I can assist with. Does anyone have any questions?
Okay, don't be shy. All right, if there are no questions, please contact Natasha if you have anything that you hadn't thought of today, you want to kind of go through, or get you and or some of your team members educated on the product to get some technical training. They'd be happy, obviously, to do that. And it is in the portal now. So if any of you want to have your organization or Hansen Software's vendor license, if you will, in ClearConnection for you guys, please contact any one of the Clearfly sales folks, and they can get you added into the system, because it's based on request and getting registered with Hansen. But Hansen has already given us the go ahead that anybody that would like to be listed can be. So all you have to do is shoot us an email, and we can get you added into the portal, or have Hansen into your portal so that you have access to their product. Okay. Any thoughts, comments, questions? Okay.
Oh, you said the link wasn't appear. Oh, sorry. Hold on, Mark. Sorry, I put it in the. Let me pop that in the chat here. There we go. I put it in the chat now. Hopefully you can see that.
All right. We have.
Sorry, Rob, to interrupt.
No worries at all. We have one other vendor that will be coming on to present. I believe Tom put it in there for 10/10. It will not be that day, so that will be rescheduled. It will probably be the 15th, somewhere in the week of the 14th, October the 14th, because the owner of that entity wants to partake in the presentation as well. And then we will be done with this cycle. But if you have any questions about any of the vendors, please contact your salesperson, and they can get you in contact with the vendor, and they hopefully will be able to answer any of your questions as well. Okay. So thank you guys for your time today. I appreciate it. And unless you have anything else, Natasha, we'll sort of wrap this up.
Rob, are you able to enable the chat? Mark is asking for me to post the link.
Hang on. I enabled chat. I think I'm doing it for everybody.
To hosts and panelists. Yeah, let me try again.
Mark is, well, he's doing it in questions.
Yeah, Bob, but he asked me to post it in the chat.
Yeah.
And I can only chat to the hosts and the panelists.
Hold on.
Mark,
let me see
if
I
you
get
can email me at natasha@hansensoftware.com, and Hansen is Hansen. I'm happy to send you over that link.
You can direct message now. Should be able to anyway.
Oh, can I? Okay. No, it still won't let me. That's okay. Right. Mark, if you can just shoot me an email, I can get that sent over to you. Awesome. Well, thanks again, everyone, for your time, and hopefully we'll talk to everyone soon.
Thank you all. Bye now.
Thanks. Bye-bye.